we got new microphones. Welcome back. We also got a new recording setup. That's why this took a little bit longer to get here, but it's worth the wait. We're going over what's currently going on in the playoffs, from the beards to the goaltending to the slashes. We're still trying to figure out where Nate is. We're going to get to the bottom of it. It's Memorial Day weekend, so we're talking about kids hockey and, of course, where we ate this week. Brian, we've got the Stanley Cup final blazing along. We missed a week because we had some technical upgrades we were doing in the studio.
Yep.
You may notice we're holding microphones now. We had a lot of questions and comments about audio and what we were doing, and we said, let's try this. Podcast studio assistant Carl executive producer, and we're pretty juiced, but it took a week of doing some work, getting some upgrades, getting some stuff going, getting new stuff in here, and I think it's to make the best product possible.
And that's all we're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Make the best product possible.
Absolutely. Maybe to a fault.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a little bit of an issue, but we had to take a little time off because of that. Also, it made sense because Nate was just jet setting around the world. People are lining up to try to get Nate to comment on hockey, us included.
He's the go-to guy for commenting on hockey right
He's
now.
really becoming the guy. He played the game. He sees it well. Some say Nate sees the game in slow motion. And I agree. Speaking of, Nate continued his jet setting, and he's in his home state right now, so he will be back with us next week. So our hockey analysis is going to be a little bit subpar this week.
A little more opinion. A little more opinion than actually some statistics and the insider information that he kept getting.
A lot less insider info. Like a lot. But that's okay.
Yeah.
We're on the inside too.
Exactly.
We'll give some inside of clothing production
There you go.
and events that are happening in our parking lot.
Yep. Ooh.
Nate doesn't know shit about that.
He doesn't. Hey, you've asked him how many Free Burger Fridays we're going to have this summer. He doesn't know.
He has no clue. He's not the guy for that.
We're 4. We're having 4 just for now. He knows when he watches this, he's gonna be like, "Hey, guy."
Fuck, now he's the insider.
I know.
To other groups,
He's
now.
gonna tell. He's like, "Hey, you know how many Free Burger Fridays VG's having this summer? 4."
They start this Friday.
Yeah.
Shit, Nate has all the info. Okay, fair enough. We just went to Vegas for a trade show and licensing expo. Had a great time. While we were there, we got to watch. One of the best parts about going to Vegas is being able to watch games in the sports book.
Yep.
Because you're watching games with people. It's fun because you can, as things happen in the game, you start to read the room of who has bets on what. And you're like, oh no, this guy has his kid's college fund on the Knicks.
Yeah.
This is scary. Like this guy's scary over here. It was fun. We got to watch at Park MGM. We got to watch some games at Circa.
Mm-hmm.
And then we ate a nice dinner at Barry's Steakhouse, and Marco, the manager, set us up a table where we were able to watch Knicks and Oilers Stars in one room. It was fantastic.
Perfect. It was a great dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I think I say this a lot about things becoming my new favorite.
That's
Maybe I'm impressionable. Maybe I'm not. But
okay. Top of mind.
Barry's is my new favorite steakhouse.
Wow.
So for a while there, it was a local establishment. I'm not even going to name them because they don't need to be named.
It's okay.
But they were my favorite steak. But
Yeah.
over time, they went kind of downhill. I think they got purchased by private equity or something.
You're correct.
And when that happens, the product tends to go downhill.
Absolutely, because they need those margins to go up. That usually means quality's going down.
Will probably never be bought by private equity.
Nope. Quality's only going up. Quality's going up, margins are going down.
Yeah. Anywho, Barry's was sick. The steaks were great.
Yep.
We did get every dessert that they offered.
We did ask for every dessert.
Even the one that Hadis was allergic to.
Yep. We just said, keep it at the other end of the table. We're not going to miss. The server tried to be nice and say, I'm not going to bring it. We said, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
He'll just know not to touch it.
Yeah.
He's not a dog.
His allergy isn't airborne.
No. And he's not a dog. He just won't eat the pistachios.
Yeah.
It's fine. Barry's was unreal. They set us up a great table. They did give us a chance to hose half of our group because half of the seats at the table could see the games perfectly. The other half had their back to the TVs.
Yeah.
So when we walked in, I just sat in a great seat.
There you
and
go.
I said, sorry.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's happening. This is how this is going right now. So we got to watch a couple great games. We watched the Knicks choke against the Pacers, and we watched the Dallas Stars come back against Edmonton. 2 great comebacks while eating a steak dinner. Was fantastic. Appreciate our friends at Barry's. Going in on that, so that game happened, but then now Edmonton all year, it seems like they've just had an answer for everything. They play a bad game, and they come back and they have an answer for it. Maybe they didn't have it in game 2 against the Kings. There was no answer. That might have been like literally the only game. But since then, they lost sort of embarrassing fashion. Big comeback, a lot of power play goals. They come back last night and just beat up on Dallas.
Yeah,
3-0.
I want to know. I wish Insider Nate was here. But is that coaching or is that the players? Is that Connor saying, "Hey guys," Connor and Leon saying, "Hey, let's figure it out." You know what I mean? Because obviously they don't do everything. But is it coaching or is it the players themselves saying, "Let's do what we have to do to win"?
I'm going to put on my Insider Nate hat, and I'm going to say it comes from inside the room.
Okay,
it has to. Because I feel like at this point, the players are doing their thing, and the coach is just kind of cheering them on. They showed a clip of Paul Maurice talking to his Panthers players before the third period of, I forget what game it was, and all he said to the players in between periods was, he was like, be loud on the bench for all your guys. Every block shot, every this, we're hooting, we're hollering, we're loud on the bench. All right, later, guys. And it's like, so everything else has to come from the boys.
Yeah.
And the coach is just like, hey, guys, cheer each other on.
Yeah.
Let's have a great time. You're doing it right.
It's almost like when the coach has trust in the team, the team feels that.
Yep.
And they go and perform.
Absolutely. So I think that might be is Leon and Connor. I don't know. Leon's German, so I'm not sure. He's probably very brief with his instruction and concise.
Yep.
But we'll see. Going back to Edmonton tied up, insane series. We'll see if Rope Hintz plays. Got slashed as fuck in the foot. Allegedly left the arena in a boot. Never a good thing. And then Mason Marchment essentially said, something's going to happen. He said, it's a long series. They hurt one of our guys. We're going to be looking for an opportunity. And people were like, that's a threat.
Yeah.
He said, we're looking for an opportunity. That's okay. That's wild. So the next game in Edmonton, must-see TV.
Yeah.
I
think every game is must-see TV.
That's fair.
Even Florida seemingly playing pretty they're playing dominantly, or whatever. Fuck, I can't talk.
That's fine. Same thing.
Trying to use these big words.
It's tough.
Where's Nate?
Where's Big Brain?
Anyways, I mean, even those games are great to watch.
Yeah.
So
that's fair. Even though the game's at noon, I don't know what they're doing with that. Like one game at noon. Come on, guys. Let's figure that out. Connor still blazing through with 20 points. I feel like he hasn't scored a lot of goals, though.
He doesn't care about goals. He only cares about points. So that means he's setting up, you know what I mean? Yeah. He's setting guys up, getting the assist, making the play, What's his plus minus?
He's +7. At some point, the hat's going to start to drop, because he's getting these crazy chances he's just not bearing, which is kind of scary for Dallas, that he's not fully operational, which if that ever happens, they're hosed. The other series that we have, this sucks when you only have 2 series left. This is brutal. And then the other folks out east, they're just dominating. Florida's dominating every level. And in game 2, no response. In Carolina, they just had 0 pushback.
Yeah.
Florida came out and just did their Florida thing, top to bottom. Every guy on the same page. I think it's because in between the 2 games, the guys went to Dairy Queen. And they got photographed there, and they took pics with a fan. Full team just went out to the Dairy Queen.
Oh, DQ Lounge does that. It brings you together.
The Carolina guys were probably, I think during the playoffs, you can solidify your team on the road because you have no distractions. You have no the Carolina guys legit probably had that the day in between games. Hey, we have to go to a kids hockey tournament today.
Yep.
Or we have to do there's a birthday party.
Yeah.
There's a thing. There's a thing.
It's always a thing.
There's always a thing, and they lost a game, so they're like, we'll talk about it before the second game. Meanwhile, they're at the DQ just freaking crushing blizzards, having a great time.
I mean, do you think going to play in Florida, maybe play spoiler, homecoming spoiler, win one on the road? That rallies the boys up.
It's possible, but if they go, gosh, I don't see it. And I feel like if they lose game 3, they're not beating the Panthers 4 in a row.
Yeah.
So that's it.
It's also going to be hard to beat the Panthers because they too just got some VG merch delivered to the building.
That's true. Team store just got juiced up. Owners hit us up, said we need it. Thought it was going to be next season. They said we're actually low on printables now.
Yeah.
So
fill us up, they say.
Fill up the store. What do you got? And we're like, well, let's see. What do we have? Nothing. We're gonna have to print some stuff for you. So, at the team store and at the practice rink also.
Oh yeah, War Memorial.
That
practice facility. I can't wait to do a youth hockey tournament there.
It's sick. Yeah. You gotta get ahead of that and plan it.
Yeah.
You gotta plan that yourself probably. They're not gonna do it. But we may end up in Florida for the final. I stopped a playoff tradition this year. I used to rent a TV for the playoffs as a secondary viewing option so that I wouldn't miss any games. And I purposely got it a little bit smaller than my living room TV, and I just put it on the ground in front of it, and I'd run 2 Apple TVs, and that was how I would watch games.
Yep.
As time went on and my wife is working in the playoffs, I just found myself alone in my living room.
Yep.
And I didn't love it. So this year I made a change, and during the season, I added an iPad to my office.
Oh.
So I would sit at my desk, and I would sometimes during, like, say there were regular season games going on, I would play Call of Duty, and I would have hockey on my iPad. And then when the playoffs are coming, I was like, I need a TV in my office. I need this to get serious. So then I mounted a TV. So now I ran through the playoffs with Call of Duty, main TV, iPad, phone. And now I've created a little war room that even when Carl's around, I just go in my office and shut the door, and I've got my little room. And that's been my new viewing experience.
I love it.
I love it too. When I say it out loud, it sounds sort of psychotic.
I have an iPad set up too in my office.
Okay.
Just that I set up as basically a monitor.
Yeah.
That's just above my laptop.
Okay.
I have a little bit smaller office than you.
It's slightly.
In organizing the house.
Yep.
My wife did carve me off a little space.
That was really sweet.
So
where did she end up putting the office? Was it next to your closet?
It's in my closet.
It's in the closet. Okay. Okay.
My closet is also my office.
Oh.
But yeah, put a little iPad up there.
Yep.
And be ripping when I'm working. I have some games on or some YouTube videos.
The office is nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's got nice flooring.
Yep.
It's a good piece. It's actually similar to the office that we built for Carl at our house. A little bit of a closet office, but it's cool. It's fine. I like that. I don't know if it was over. I think my thinking on watching hockey changed when over COVID, where during COVID I started gaming at a desk.
Yep.
Because I like having the screen close to me, and then I think I like got into that where now I like working and having the screen very close that I'm watching the games on and being like really, I feel in it. I feel like I don't know. It just feels better.
Instead of sitting on a couch and like lounging.
Yeah.
And like kind of like.
Feels like I'm taking it more seriously. Like it feels like I'm watching the stock market.
You're taking it serious while you're playing a video game.
Yeah. I'm watching I'm playing games of Call of Duty multiplayer in between intermissions.
There you go.
And
You're
sometimes
multitasking.
That's true. Honestly, I got a lot going on in there. The war room is absolutely buzzing. I'll show you guys a photo at some point.
Well,
we'll see.
I'll miss the fireplace TV. Yeah,
the fireplace TV. Maybe next year it comes back. Maybe if people say like, "Hey, we want to watch," like that's the thing. If people wanted to rally and like have a crew to watch games, I'd love that too.
There you go.
But if I'm by myself, it's just sad. Setting up a whole other TV, it's like it's a whole thing.
I have a confession. It's not really a confession. It's more of a bugaboo.
That's okay. Let it out.
It's more of a thanks for the invite. You went back to the place that we watched hockey during the season and watched a playoff game. And I can't say the COSM. I couldn't say the name.
It's okay. I don't. To be honest, I'm guessing.
I didn't get an invite, and I'm like, oh, cool. Amber's just watching a playoff game at the COSM. I would have liked to. Now I'm just sitting on my couch with my kids.
Oh yeah, you'd love an out for that.
I would. That's a work event. That sounds like a work event that I could have said, hey, wife, I have a work event.
I have a work event tonight. Yeah. She's like, oh, you're watching Hockey with Hammer? Yeah.
How was playoff hockey?
Here's the thing. I try to always invite everybody, but I was a +1. I came in as a +1, so I had no room. I just said, oh, they got some food set up, they got this thing, and they say you have to drive. Went with Carl, and so we had gone to a regular season game there. I think we saw Colorado Vegas, maybe.
Yeah, it was so sick.
It was crazy, legit crazy. It's a mini sphere, and to be honest, I say COSM. I don't know if that's how you say it.
Yeah, I didn't want to attempt it.
That's a total guess. It could be COSM, could be COSM, no idea. It's in the parking lot of SoFi. It's so nice. They have an insane, essentially a sports book with no gambling. Maybe they try to figure that out. That's connected, and then you walk into a sphere, and there's just booths in like a mini Vegas sphere where you can watch these games. Regular season was sick, and then playoffs was unreal. Like, it was legit crazy. And then what was interesting about going with Carlin was she's kind of wrapping her head around, like, you know, she works in all these things. So she's like, okay, they have their own cameras, but then they have the TV feed up here. And she's kind of like helping me mentally break it all down. And then she realizes, she's like, oh, this is where I stand. This camera's where I stand in Edmonton.
Oh, wow.
And they're showing the replays. And she's like, oh, that camera's right next to me. And then she pulled out her phone and had a video of a goal. And it looks like the COSM. It looks the exact same. She's like, oh, that's what the camera is that's next to me. That's cool. All right.
Do we know do they know how many arenas are outfitted with those cameras?
They have to come and set them up at every event.
Oh, wow.
So they have a team, I believe, that goes and sets these up because they do. I saw they're doing NBA finals or NBA finals because they call it finals. They're doing some hockey games, not all for some reason. And then they were doing whatever soccer's going on right now. I never know the Euro soccer season. They were showing all of that, and I'm pretty sure they have to set them up every game. And I think, I don't know 100%, but they definitely have a live producer that's cutting. They probably have, I don't know, 4 or 5 cameras, and they're cutting between them, but it's legit crazy. Like, sitting on the glass.
I bet hockey and basketball are great because they're pretty fast-moving sports.
For sure.
Soccer, though, I think because it's so big. I mean, it's fast-moving. I mean, the guys are run. I'm not saying they don't run fast, but it's a little bit slower game because the field is so big. They're kicking the ball, you know. You know, guys.
I think the angles in soccer they appear to be in the corners, and then like a wide. So I don't know. They play like a hype reel of like what every sport looks like beforehand, so you can kind of get an idea of like, oh, what should I come here for? And football looks insane. The cameras are behind the end zone, and the angles of the plays, they look like when you watch like NFL films, and there's like, it's super dramatic and big looking. It looks like that. Like, it's crazy. Maybe we go back. I
would love to.
Let's check the schedule. Let's maybe get a final game in.
I'll do it.
Okay. Deal.
I'm in.
So I've been watching the games a lot in my office by myself. Sometimes Carlin will come in and sit with me. Sometimes we'll sit on the couch. It's kind of back and forth here a little bit. Who have you been watching these games with?
It's watching with my. So obviously everyone knows Maddox is a Oilers fan, which made Miles automatically a Dallas Stars fan. So,
straight away.
So they are just, you know, and every time Dallas does anything, you know, and then I'm rooting for Florida. And then, and then now both my kids are kind of rooting for Carolina because I said that. And I'm just like, can anybody just agree with me? Like, you know,
fine.
So it's okay though, because I think it's going to be Florida and Edmonton in the final.
Feels like a repeat.
IMO. And then we'll just battle. So I think I can get Miles. Miles is going to hop in with me because he's not going to side with his brother.
For sure.
So it's going to be Miles and I, Team Florida, you know.
We should get Miles a Florida jersey. Just right now. Just start good brother beef right now.
Oh yeah, because Maddox sits on the couch and wears his McDavid jersey.
Oh.
So he wears it around the house.
Oh, interesting.
He also sits in a certain spot when he watches games now.
Oh.
He's like superstitious.
Oh, he's becoming stitious.
Oh, he's so stitious.
He had a moment of discovering hockey superstition where he was crying at the Kings game and told you that you said the game wasn't going to, or you said the game was going to overtime, and then it wasn't, and then it was, and he said he felt that you were able to swing the game 3 times.
Yeah, I'm powerful.
When you're a little kid and you see like your dad's friends and you go, that's the oldest man I've ever seen. And then you later on realize that man was 32 years old. Yeah. It's the same thing where you think your parents can do anything. He was in tears, literally thought that you had control.
Yeah. Well,
That's crazy.
that's the house. That's the ship I run.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm in control.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Unless mom's home.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I'm second in command. Let me know what she said. That's great. I want to come watch a game with you guys. Hey, maybe that's what I do, is I don't tell Maddox, and I just show up game one in a Panthers jersey.
Oh, he would love it.
And I have a little Panthers jersey for Miles, and I'm like, all right, buddy, let's do this.
I'll tell you where to sit on the couch in his spot, and he'll be like, whoa,
he shows up and I'm in the
whoa,
spot.
that's my spot. You got to sit over there. Please sit on the other couch.
I don't know if he's prepared for getting roasted that bad.
No.
Maybe not yet. I'll show up in the jersey, though.
He's getting there. They're starting to, in his hockey games, they're starting to, like, razz each other on the ice, like talk shit to each other.
Oh,
and
wow.
it's like, it used to not happen, and now it happens.
It's happening.
Yeah.
To other teams.
Yeah.
Kids on other teams.
Other teams are more so to their team because they're always they've been the younger team. They played.
Oh, so the big kids are talking shit.
I mean, the team they played yesterday, half the team was a foot taller than them.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, so they're calling them short. They're calling them.
They're calling right away.
They're calling them little guys, like little kids. And I'm thinking, you guys are only a year older,
At that age, though.
I know.
At that age, though, kids are keeping track of.
He's feeling it.
Quarters and halves. Oh, so he's got to start working on that.
Oh, for sure.
He needs to be up on that.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to bet Uncle Nate can help with that.
Oh yeah.
You may want to filter what Uncle Nate tells him to say. Because he might get in trouble, but he's probably got some burns for these tall kids.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna come over and watch a game with the Talbert clan.
It'll be fun.
See what these kids are doing.
Couches are comfortable. We got beverages.
Oh, then yeah, all good. And you have Miles.
Yeah, there you go.
He's the best. In the final, so it feels, we've talked about this, it feels as though it's going to be, Florida feels like a lock. I don't know if Carolina's coming back. They've just hung Freddie out to dry. They seemingly decided that they didn't have a superstar, and so they got Rantanen. And then Rantanen took a drive around Raleigh and said, I'm not living here. Is there anything else? And they said, we could send you to Dallas. So they obviously recognize that they don't have a superstar. And now it's glaring that they don't have a true, guy that can take over a game by himself. Not a lot of teams do, though. So I think it's pretty safe to say that Florida's going to just move along here.
Yep.
And that's fine, I think. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they also, I'm now very much betting against Carolina because Freddie isn't playing tonight.
Oh.
And I thought Freddie played great, and he got him here.
Yeah.
I would keep running the big Danish horse, but they're not letting him go. So now I hope that they don't turn it around. We love Fred. The other way, I don't know. It could be Edmonton. It could be Dallas. Edmonton has a lot of freaky things going on. As we talked about, Connor hasn't scored goals. He's got a lot of points, but he hasn't scored goals. They're just kind of getting this like vibe top to bottom, kind of like what Florida has going on, where they all seem like they're on the same page. They've got like the top line with Connor maybe doesn't have any real like rude dickhead in them, but pretty much from there on out, they've got rude players. You go through it, you got your Evander Kanes, you got Leon who's inherently rude. Then you got Trent Frederick and Perry.
Perry.
Those two.
I love Perry. And everyone says you love him when he's on your team and you hate him when he's on someone else's team.
Mm-hmm.
I just love watching him play. He got a penalty last night.
Yep.
It wasn't even his penalty to give or to take.
Nope.
But he took it and he's laughing. And he's just
laughing
LOLing because he was in the mix per se, but I don't think he didn't do the egregious. He didn't pull Blackwell or whoever it was that got pulled down.
Yeah.
He was just standing there.
Yeah, he's just bystander.
But he performs and he's old, and I love that.
I love that his teammates talk about how old he is. Like they talk about like he's a relic of the past, and they're like, he's still doing it. This is crazy. And it's like, dude, he's not that old. I mean, he's old for hockey, which is insane. I vividly remember a time when Kevin Bieksa came to the Ducks, and I would get so mad at him on the ice and would just call him Kevin. And I was like, man, we got this guy. He's so old. And then I looked him up. We're the same age. And I was like, okay, we're good. Maybe, you know what? Give Kev another shift. He's fine.
Yeah, he can handle it.
Kev's fine. Despite his age, Perry is averaging 13 minutes, over 13 minutes on ice. He has 15 shots on goal so far. 5 of the 15 have gone in the net.
That's a great shooting percentage.
Unbelievable. I don't know if that's, I would love to know if that is, I'd like to go back and watch all the goals because I feel like it's a lot of what happens to me at our pickup, where if I had 5 goals on 15 shots, it's mostly razzle dazzle from someone else.
Yep.
And then I'm just there.
Yep.
And they're razzling and dazzling people. And then it just comes to me and I'm like, oh, there's nothing. There's goalies over there still getting razzled somehow.
The thing is, though, he's in the right spot because
Yep.
it's like, I mean, that's why they give, a point is for a goal, a point for assist. It happened in Maddox's game yesterday. This one kid who's a fucking tank. I love him. He just bulldozes everybody into the zone and gets a great shot on net. The goalie makes a save, a little rebound, and another kid's standing there and dumps it in, pushes it in. And it's like, everyone's like, oh, he got the goal. But it's like, the kid did all the hard work.
Yeah.
He just, but it's like, but he wasn't sitting there. If he wasn't standing there, then he wouldn't have got it.
Yeah.
It's like, so that's why it works together. And just Perry puts himself in the right spot.
It's great. And it's why hockey's the best sport, because I'd also be willing to bet on any goal that happened. The first thing Perry's doing is he's pointing to McDavid. And he's going, you're fucking crazy.
You're crazy for that one.
I didn't think that was getting through, but you did. And I was there, and I was ready to pop it in for you.
Yeah.
So they're going wild. Whoever goes on, we'll see. If it is Dallas is able to go through, it's going to be on the back of Mikko Rantanen. Guy is playing like a man, like a superstar who was traded twice during the season and is just fucking pissed, and I think has reason to be. I don't know, we're a player first pod, so
I did just have a thought though. If Dallas moves on to the final, maybe we catch a game in Dallas with Slagle.
Oh,
because he'll be there for sure.
God, I would love that.
We'll just put that in the ether.
Oh,
sometimes you just put things out.
I'd love to go to Dallas.
Yeah, I've never been to a game there.
Really?
Yeah.
They do the thing where they take a bag of Fritos and they cut the side out and they fill it with cheese and chili.
Oh my God.
I forget what that's called. Chili pie or something.
It's like a walking around.
Yeah. Walking nachos or something. Yeah.
That sounds delicious.
I ate 2 of them. I had one before the game and one during an intermission.
Oh my God.
That's great.
So if Dallas goes on, we have to maybe put that on the list.
Yeah. I would like that. I think Nate would be interested. Dallas is great. What a great city.
Hayes lived in Dallas, so maybe he wants to come.
Oh, he lived outside.
Yeah. I think he has family there, though.
Yeah, he may know the area, show us some stuff. That'd be great. I'll go to Dallas. That'd be fine. Maybe we see I'd like to see the Mikko show up front. They just had, they set, I don't know if you call it an NHL record. First time ever, all 5 starters were Finnish yesterday.
That's crazy.
First time it's ever happened. And it's like, and it's really funny because fans in Dallas are very Texas. And so when they're beating the Oilers, they're chanting USA. And then Oilers fans are like, you motherfuckers, all your stars are Finnish. Yeah. Like, whatever. Yeah. They live in Texas.
They're playing for a USA team.
Yeah, they're fine. I'm like, this is insane. So we got Mikko bringing up the front end. We got Thomas Harley bringing up the back end. I guess that could be their maybe that's their USA. Maybe that's their USA vibe. Maybe they're like, oh, we were chanting for Otter and Harley. We weren't chanting for we weren't chanting for the Finns.
Yeah.
When we were chanting USA, it meant those 2.
Yeah.
We were excited
the American-born players.
Yeah, we were excited for them. Otter's freaking crushing. He's doing great. In my opinion, he's the Team USA starter. We just got word from executive producer Carl that regardless of our chart that says Thomas Harley was born in the United States, he played for Team Canada. And you know what? Fine.
Dual 2 passports?
How does he do it? How does anybody do it? You know what? Fine. They're chanting for Ottinger.
Yeah.
There. I hope you're happy.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got live edited of that. And they're running Pantera in arena. I don't even know what Edmonton's.
I don't know how they ever lose running Pantera in the arena. How do they lose a home game when they score a goal? I guess maybe when they get shut out, so they never hear it.
That's it. That's the problem. Is maybe they just need to play the goal song. Okay, I know we didn't score, but at intermission, we're just gonna hit play. We're gonna hit play on Cowboys from Hell.
Yep.
And you guys just see what you can do with that.
There
I
you
don't
go.
know. I hope they get ramped up by it. We'll see. God, one American. Okay, fine. Fine. Harley. We got to talk to Harley about that. Maybe in the offseason we have him as a guest. He's in that Josh Manson world of born in one place, raised in the other.
Yep.
How do you pick your allegiance?
I think you just love them both equally.
You pick whatever team's good.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
take a look at the
There you
lineups
go.
and you're like, oh, I'm going to be paired with Dowdy over here on USA. Maybe I'm like a third pair guy.
Yeah.
All right. I'll play for Team Canada. All right, Harley. We still like you. Okay, so we may go to Dallas. We'll see. We're probably going to Florida. With all of these things, it's early. It's super early, but the other fun conversation to start having right now is Conn Smyth, playoff MVP. Who's it going to be? I think you have some interesting directions you could go with everybody that's left over. Florida's been playing a real a very team game where I don't know if there's a guy that's necessarily sticking out to me. Maybe it's Sam Bennett. He's kind of stirring the drink a little bit. I don't know who'll emerge out of there. I'm not even gonna Carolina. We're not even gonna entertain that they could have a Conn Smythe person. They gotta win a game here to get going. Maybe Connor feels like the easy pick out of Edmonton.
Yep.
But based on his stats and how chaotic they are, because he either has the worst percentage or he gets a shutout, if he goes to the final and pitches some shutouts, Stuart Skinner, give him the MVP.
Yeah, I think if they make it to the final and then ultimately win, he's the MVP, no matter what.
Yeah, it's like, why not?
Because,
why not add to the chaos?
Because he bounced back. He bounced back. I mean, he got lit up in LA. I mean, we were saying those first two games, we were saying like LA has it. They have their number. They have, and that was Skinner was a net, and then Skinner came out. Picard came in.
Yep. He said, let me clean up a little bit.
Yep.
Let me clean the net up for you a little bit. Okay, it looks good again. Get back in there. I don't know. I would just love for the chaoticness of how insane he's been. I would just love it to not be McDavid. I think it would just be fun.
Yeah.
Skinner's got a great little mustache going. He's very honest and open about his mental health struggles and how he overcomes that to do his thing. And just what a fucking tough job to have any sort of mental struggles. And that's what you do for work.
It's crazy.
Is a mentally taxing job. Very chicken or egg. Like, which one of these came from? Did you develop mental health issues from being a goalie, or like it's an insane. And I think he's probably helping so many people by talking about that he has these struggles and being like, hey, this is not fucking easy.
Yeah, because you have to be a certain type of person to be a goalie.
True.
And then to go and then play at the highest level.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that it's not easy.
It's not easy. So I'm glad he talks about it. I'm a big Stuart Skinner. I might get a Stuart Skinner jersey.
Okay.
He's got a cool little mustache.
Yeah.
Huh. If Edmonton goes on, I'll get a Stuart Skinner jersey.
I will say this, though. Dallas has the better playoff beards.
Oh, that's a big thing you're noticing right now.
Maybe I'm only noticing it because they have some young guys who now are just have beards and they didn't really have them before. Yep. And you're just like, oh. Like Sam Steele is like.
He looks cool.
He looks like he's been on a ranch for like a couple years.
Yes.
And he's just playing hockey.
I don't know how the Stars, they really did this thing where they got all these guys. They somehow got guys who sound like they're from Texas. Sam Steele sounds like he owns a Ford dealership outside Dallas.
Yeah.
Like Sam's coming down to Sam Steele Ford. Like like Wyatt Johnson. Like that name was crazy. Like, I don't know how they did it. I think it's proving that the league maybe is getting younger. Is you're not across the board, you're not really seeing a lot of playoff beards. Playoff facial hair is bad.
I mean, I think it's just they're young, and I don't think it's a thing anymore.
Oh, I hate it because that's maybe the one thing Carolina has going. Taylor Hall's beard looks great.
Oh,
sturdy. True. It looks like a Lego beard. It's like just perfect lines, like just in there. I don't know. If we go off beards, Brent's obviously going to win, but I don't know. I wish they would come back harder.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, this is the game to do it today.
This is the time. So we'll check in after. We'll see how these things are progressing along. it is Memorial Day weekend. Do you have any youth hockey going on?
A little bit. 3 games yesterday. 7 a.m. on a Friday. No big deal.
Yeah, Memorial Day tournament.
Yeah,
starts on Friday morning at 7 a.m.
The organizers have no respect for school or work schedules.
No. Who does it? Does this ever get brought up?
I don't know. I might write a letter after this weekend.
Ooh,
because
strongly worded.
Maddox's game, he had a 7 a.m. Friday game and then a 1:45 Friday game. 2 games on Friday. And it's just like, it started on Saturday. You can do 2 games on Saturday, a game on Sunday, and then, or 2 games on Sunday, and then the finals on Monday still.
It just seems to me like a Memorial Day tournament should go through the end of Memorial Day.
Exactly. I mean, we should play the semis and finals should be on Monday.
Yes.
But now, as it sees, I mean, I'm not, we're in a good spot, but the final is going to be like at 8 a.m. on Monday. So it's like,
what?
Is there that many teams? I have to look at it. I have to figure it out. But it doesn't seem like it's. I think they want Monday off. They want Memorial off. They're like, we need all the games to be wrapped by noon so we can have this.
So we can have a little bit of a day.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Me either.
I don't like it.
But we had 3 games yesterday. Both boys played.
How'd they do?
Maddox won 1 and lost 1.
Split.
But lost to it's seemingly the top team. So hopefully we'll if we win today, we're in the playoffs.
Okay.
So and for pool play. Miles playing up, playing 10U again.
Yep.
He's playing okay. I think
good, not great.
Yeah, good, not great. He he played defense for the whole game.
Oh,
and
that's nice.
Last in spring hockey, they would switch. He would play defense half the game and then play forward. And he likes defense, but he starts scoring towards the end of spring. Yep. So he got that in his brain.
Yeah, he got a taste for blood.
Yeah, so now he's just like, I don't get to shoot the puck as much.
Yeah. I mean, he could show him some Cale Makar clips.
Yeah.
He could freaking come in and blaze.
So we'll see what happens today. We got 2 games today.
Okay.
So
all right. Well, we'll expect an update, see how the boys are doing. This coming week, because we have a calendar every year, Memorial Day happens, and then the first Friday after Memorial Day, we start cooking for everybody. Free Burger Friday starts this Friday. First one of the year. It'll be on the 30th. I believe it starts at noon.
I think 11.
Are we starting at 11 now?
I think it's 11 to 2.
We switched to 11. I forgot about that, so that people could really maximize their lunch breaks.
Yep.
That's right. So you just come. A lot of people have a lot of questions. We thought we made it as easy as possible by calling it Free Burger Friday.
No purchase necessary.
It's Friday. You see the hours. You pop down. You grab a burger.
Yep.
Still, people message us and say, "What's the rub? What do I buy a shirt online and then I can come to the Free Burger?" Or, no, just show up to the Free Burger Friday. And then they come to the Free Burger Friday and they go, "I don't get it. Do I go in the store? Do I grab something in there?" And then we go, "No, just go over to Dean at the grill.
Grab a burger.
Grab a burger. Eat it. Grab a beverage. There's probably chips. There's probably something weird because sometimes people bring weird things and put on the table and we go, eat at your own risk." Somebody's mom made those cookies and she left them here.
Yep.
If you trust her kitchen, feel free. I'm having one.
That being said, you can make a purchase if you want. You can come. The store's open. We may or may not be dropping stuff throughout the Free Burger Fridays.
Yep.
And, I mean, the only thing that you're going to have to give up is maybe a handshake. You know what I mean?
Big time.
I may ask for a handshake if
Maybe
I've seen your face before, or
Yep.
if you're new, because I'll ask, like, "Hey, have you ever been here?" And you say no, I'll be like, "Welcome."
Oh, yeah.
Shake my hand. You know?
Be prepared for Brian. This is when Brian really tests his skills of small talk headlock. Have you ever been here before? No. Oh, you're in one now. And if you think you're getting out of that by saying, "Oh, yeah, I've been here before," you're like, "Oh, when?"
Yeah, welcome back.
Welcome back. It's a choose your own adventure, but every adventure leads to the same place, which is him updating you on how the Memorial Day tournament went.
Oh yeah.
They all roads lead back.
If you bring a kid that looks like they're the age of hockey, I'm asking, does a kid play? What's his birth year?
Yep.
And how did he do in the Memorial Day tournament?
Yep. Like our friend Richard at our jersey manufacturer said, in Canada, we talk about our kids like they're used cars. We refer to them by their year. I'm like, "Oh, I got a 2012.
Yeah.
It's got some miles on it, but they're highway miles.
We're waiting for a growth spurt.
Yeah, they're highway miles, so we're waiting for a spurt. We'll see what happens. So, starting this Friday, come on down. grab a free burger, hang out. We have Coke products exclusively that we buy, pay full price for them. So, Coke, if you want to sponsor a pod and a Burger Friday.
They have a couple dollars to throw around.
There has to be cases. We got a bread sponsor.
Oh, yeah, bread.
All of our buns are provided by Bread,
Yep.
which is actually an extremely high-end bakery in Orange County. And we told them how many burgers we do, and they said that they literally laughed at us and said, yeah, we'll just pick up buns every Friday morning.
Yep.
We said, no problem.
They provide baked goods for some of your finest establishments.
It's true.
It's insane. Some things that I've had, when our bread guy brings the different things that they bake, it's crazy.
And Pete, the bread man, comes to a lot of Free Burger Fridays. Yep. And he would love to talk to you about bread.
Oh, he'll fill you in on how bread's made.
He'll fill you in on how it's made. He'll fill you in on where else they're selling stuff, where you can find their products. I know they're at Trader Joe's because I get the sourdough at Trader Joe's. Whenever I see it, I try to support them, kick a couple dollars because they give us free items all the time. It's great.
Yeah.
Great bread.
It makes me think of this neon sign that I saw in my old Tumblr days.
Are you not in them still?
I'm around them. They kind of went down for a little bit, but Tumblr's back. I mean, trying to find that. I mean, you just go on Instagram now for inspiration or seeing what people are doing. You know, art stuff. Most artists, you know,
they're on the gram.
On Instagram,
yeah.
So you check it out there.
Yeah,
anyways, there's this photographer posted this neon sign, and it just said, "We bake our own bread," and it's like, it's kind of like we could say that. We break our own bread. We don't actually bake our own bread.
Yeah.
But we do, you know, we're
It's
doing
what the sign's implying.
Exactly.
I mean, I would put up a sign that said we bake our own bread.
We should. Let's make a neon sign. Let's rip that
great.
neon sign off about 15 years after I saw the photo.
Oh, we're fine then.
Oh, yeah. It's gone.
That neon sign's trash now.
Yeah.
They didn't survive COVID. No chance. Oh, I like that. We're always looking for a reason to make a neon sign. We only have a few, but you don't need too many. So it's like whenever we can get one going.
Yep. That could be the title of this pod.
We bake our own bread.
Yeah.
We don't make any bread.
No bread's only consumed.
Yeah, we consume.
And probably less. I'm trying to reduce my calories.
Yeah, you'd still have bread in there though.
Yeah.
You just calorie intake.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
I don't know how to hold the new mic.
Yeah, we got new equipment in here. We mentioned it at the top of the pod, so hopefully you're hearing every little bit. For anybody, Dean, hate us, you're complaining you couldn't hear us. Hopefully, new equipment. Brian's having trouble figuring out what to do with it.
I want to bedazzle mine. Make it mine. Like put something on it.
Really make it your own.
Like wrap it.
Oh, you could probably wrap it. It's like a steel. It's like a nice item.
Yeah.
And also love to mention that a lot of the technical upgrades we happened based around watching the pinnacle of podcasts, which is the What Chaos Show, texting Pete, how'd you do this? Hey, how the fuck did you do this? And Pete, being a big supporter of us and all things, he just casually just listed all out. He's like, I think we do it like this. I don't know a ton, but I'm pretty sure it's this. That gave me a lot of great info, which spawned us to make some changes in here. And anytime I text Pete, I will then mention it so that we can clip it and then tag Pete and tag What Chaos and talk about how great they are. Yeah. And then they'll repost and then we repost theirs. And, you know,
there you go.
they tell two friends.
So many friends.
That's it.